A young woman went for a job interview, only to be shocked when she discovered that the interviewer was none other than her ex-husband, whom she had not seen in 3 years since their divorce. Her heart raced in panic. She couldn't afford to lose face in front of him. Determined to end this awkward situation on her own terms, she decided to act boldly. Before she could even speak, however, the president cut her off and began the interview. The executives beside him were furious. They scolded her harshly, calling her arrogant and ridiculous for making such demands. But this was exactly the reaction the young woman wanted. With a careless wave of her hand, she stood up and decided to leave the interview. Just as she turned to go, the president surprised everyone. He suddenly announced that she had passed the interview and should report for work the next day. The woman was dumbfounded, unable to figure out what he was thinking. At first, she wanted to refuse proudly, but when she heard the offer of a $50,000 monthly salary, her pride melted away. 3 years earlier, her wealthy family had gone bankrupt overnight, leaving her with nothing. In order not to drag down her husband, who was a rising president at the time, she had deliberately pushed him away, even humiliating him with money, before filing for divorce. Soon after, she discovered she was pregnant. Out of love, she chose to raise her daughter alone, even when her ex-husband later became the richest man in the country. At school reunions, she was ridiculed and humiliated, but she never once thought about disturbing his life again. Fate, however, played a cruel trick. When she tried to return to her career as a lawyer, she accidentally ended up working in his company. To keep him from finding out about their daughter, she threw herself into work, eating leftover buns from her bag just to survive, and planning to leave as soon as she got her first paycheck. But the president never truly forgot her. He secretly paid attention to her every move. One day, after noticing her struggling, he ordered free gourmet meals for all employees, meals prepared to 5-star hotel standards. When it was her turn, the assistant handed her a special deluxe meal, sparking gossip among colleagues. Just as the woman was struggling to keep calm, a small voice suddenly came from behind her. It was her young daughter, who wasn't supposed to be there. The child looked pale and unwell, and the woman hurriedly pulled her close, trying to keep her hidden. Fortunately, the president seemed too distracted to notice anything unusual. But the ambitious manager didn't miss the opportunity. With a sharp tone, he accused the woman of disrupting work and shamed her for bringing a child into the office. His words were cruel, designed to humiliate her in front of everyone. Hearing this, the little girl's eyes filled with anger. Though small, she stood up for her mother, declaring that she would call her father to fire them all. Before the woman could stop her, the child ran into the conference room, grabbed the president's hand, and called him dad, telling him that someone was bullying her mother. The president froze, shocked by the sudden claim,